Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome back to my model doesn't move again. Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique. My name is Renan, your lovely fashion darling. How you guys doing? How's it going? I hope you guys are doing okay. Lord, I don't have time for anything anymore. Jesus. I am so sorry I am very late. Time literally just flew out of my hands like, I don't know, like a grain of sand, you know? Oh Lord, I am very tired. Oh jeez. Where do I start? Oh, hi Ryoken, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing okay. Genuinely, I think today has been the most tired I have ever been in a while. And here's the thing, I think it's just because there's just not enough time to do the things I need to do. And also, it doesn't help that I get fixated on other things and I don't end up doing anything else but that for a couple hours, you know? Because, okay, so the reason why I was late is because I was, you know, working a little bit more into the Poison Gym Leader, you know? I've been working on her a little bit more. And just trying to figure out a bit, I figure out why I still don't like it very much. And I reached something I like a lot now, and I'm gonna show you guys in a moment. But because I was working on that, and then I decided to work on the shoes for some fucking reason, because I wasn't satisfied with the shoes, I then basically fucked up and then realized I did not have time to start up stream, so I was like, oh fuck. I did not make the waiting room. I haven't even made the thumbnail yet. What the fuck am I gonna do? And so I made the thumbnails, I made the waiting room, and I was like, okay, I need time. So I put it 7:30. And even then, you guys know, I still had no time at all because there was something else I still needed to do right before the stream. And I still did not do it, so I am very stressed right now. Okay, so as y'all may or may not know, I have been dieting. And by dieting, I mean I have been taking a bit more care into the things that I eat, you know? Because here's the thing. Oh, quedó con mucha agua, ¿no? They're good. Sorry. What was I talking about? Right. It's okay. You managed to work in the design, which is great news. Yeah. So here's the thing. I have been working on my health a little bit more. I have been working out. I have been dieting. I have been like, you know, actually trying to take care of myself properly, which is kind of difficult. Like, you know, they always tell you take care of yourself. Do things for yourself. Do stuff that is good for you. And they never tell you how hard doing those stuff actually is. And how much time does it take. Like, do you realize how much it actually takes to make a actually, what's it called? An actually healthy snack? Even then, it still didn't turn out that good, but still. Like, it takes a lot of time and a lot of money for you to be able to take care of yourself properly. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, how we always aspire to take care of ourselves, but we really never can that much because it's kind of expensive to take care of yourself properly. Like, I don't know. I have been trying to eat better, you know? I have been trying to eat better, and eating better just means not really having a kidney and basically just giving away every single toenail that I have on my feet, because it just, goddamn, everything that's supposed to be more good for you is more expensive. It is incredibly more expensive, and I don't know why. Like, aren't we actually trying to make things like good for each other? Well, kudos to you for taking the healthy path. I mean, it's not easy. Like, it still have things that I need to change, right? But it's just, what shocks me is the food, man. What shocks me is the food. How much more expensive it is, you know? It really is just a lot more expensive. And here's the thing. Being fit is kind of annoying. Because, you know, it does have a lot of freedom to choose what you eat and whatnot. You know, being fit and learning how to eat properly is not that bad. Because, you know, you have the freedom to choose what to eat. But I'm a picky eater. So that's problem number one. You know, I hate every single food that's good for me. If it's good for me, I don't want it. You know that the type of food that will probably give you a heart attack the moment that you consume it, the moment that it touches your tongue, your arteries start clogging up with cholesterol. That's the kind of food that I like, and that's the kind of food that I, you know, that I am partial to. So I'm trying to relearn how to eat, but wow, I went for ham. Not even just like a kilogram of ham, just like a quarter of a kilogram of ham. That was 46 pesos, which is not a lot in dollars, but in pesos that's a lot for a quarter. No, it wasn't 46, sorry. It was 94 pesos, which if you really see the conversion, imagine for like 100 grams of ham, you have to pay like $200 for it, you know? That's the kind of conversion that I'm dealing with right now. And so it's just not... Being healthy is not conducive to being alive, apparently. Being healthy is not conducive, you know? They would rather you die than be healthy, apparently. That's what the big corporates want. You want to be healthy, you gotta pay. I know, right? It's so annoying. Hi, Inti. How you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're doing okay. Oh, Mary. And also, I've been, you know, I've been exercising, and I did, like, sit-ups today. You would not know how much power it actually takes for apparently a person to sit up and get up, sit up and get up. Because, like, actually doing sit-ups, I felt my legs burning. My legs were screaming with pain. I felt the pain from the pits of hell ever since. I'm sick. I've been sleeping since like 6 p.m. and just woke up. It's 3 a.m. And why did you sleep at 6 p.m. and not wait until 9 p.m. so that you can actually, you know, sleep the whole night? I'm just saying. Like, not to judge you when you're sick, because, you know, you are sick, and I am very sorry for that. But, like, why not, you know, try? Because he was sick. Here's the thing, though. At least me, when I get sick, I try not to take naps. Because I'm gonna have a hard time anyway. I'm gonna have a hard time anyway, like, getting sleep anyway. So, like, I'd rather try. I try not to fall asleep when I am sick in the middle of the day, just so that I can actually try and sleep at night, which won't happen anyway. I won't really get it to sleep, not at all, because that's kind of how sick be working. It's so funny, isn't it? It's so funny. Your body's reaction to fever is to put you to sleep so that your body can, you know, get proper rest, and, you know, you can actually support your immunodeficiency response properly. But here's the thing. The very same symptoms of fever make it hard to actually sleep. So what's the tea, bitch? What's the tea? What the fuck is the problem? Like, fever should be able to make it easier to sleep then. I'm confused. I kind of want a refund. I want a refund on my body. Can you, like, return your body if you don't like it? The fever knocked me out. I was watching a movie and collapsed. That was your first mistake, honey. That was your first mistake. You decided to watch a movie while you're sick. You know what you do while you're sick? You do nothing. You stare at the ceiling and think about what you did. Think about why you are sick right now. That's what you do. Or alternatively, what I like to do sometimes is well, it's actually kind of gross to talk about. That's actually kind of gross. That kind of gross to talk about in the public eye, in the public image. So I'm gonna leave it to your imagination. Make sure to Oh shit. Make sure to hydrate. To hydrate lots. That is true. You need to drink a lot of water. Oh, and also, try not to take medication. If it's a fever that you can handle, that's a small. Anyway, if it's a fever that you can handle, I would say try to not take medication. Obviously, talk to your doctor first. Talk to the doctor. If you're sick and you have a fever, talk to a doctor first before. Don't listen to Vtubers on the internet trying to give you medical advice. But you know what? Do listen to me, because I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you have fever and you can stand it, and you can stand the symptoms, try to not take fever medication the first day. Because if it's not above like 39 degrees of pain, 39 degrees Celsius, you know, if you can take it, then take it. I just took some paracetamol. Here's the thing, paracetamol will also lower the fever response, you know. Also, watch out for your temperature. Don't let it get too high. That is true. Like, once again, it's a balance game, right? Just like everything in life and everything that actually matters, and the unfortunate side of it is that everything is a balance. Like, if you can stand it, don't take the medicine until you feel like it's too much or your fever is too high. If your fever gets too high, then yes, take the medicine. Please do take it. But if you're able to stand it, like 38 degrees Celsius, then yeah, you're probably fine to not take the meds and just sleep through it. But yeah, I'm very sorry that you're sick though. It sucks. I've been sick a lot too recently. You know what it is? I am not built for the outside. I am not built for survival. I'm not built for survival, girl. Because here's the deal. The moment that I actually got to interact with other people, like I worked from home for the longest time. I much prefer to be at home than be at a bar or be in like social places. Not because I don't want to, just because it makes me. I get really tired on those places. I'd rather spend quality time with people in like somebody's kitchen, right? So I'm not built for the outside. I'm not built for the outdoors. I'm an indoor bunny. I prefer to be inside. And so the moment that I get out and actually try to socialize more, guess what? I get sick 3 times in a row. 3 times in a fucking row. And I am getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of it. My body is just not built for survival. It just wants to sit at home and die in the off chance that I decide to go out. So like, I'm kind of pissed, honestly. It's the 3rd day I've been sick. I tanked the first one, but I can't afford to stay sick too long. I don't even know how I got sick, but I went with some friends like in Sunday, but no one was sick or is sick now. Here's the thing, being sick is not a thing that, like, okay. People react differently over sickness. What can be a pretty bad cold to you is just a little sniffle for somebody else. So like, one of your friends was probably sick, but they were either asymptomatic or they were just, you know, taking in the chin. And that's the thing. If you're even just a little sick, I don't think you're gonna go anyway. You should probably stay home. So there is a high chance that one of your friends decided, you know what? I still want to go to the party. Watching for some other symptoms. Indeed, there's been some other weird stuff going around, so just be careful. Honestly, at this point, what is not a sickness, girl? What is not a sickness? Oh my god. Anyway, so chat, let me get into what I've been doing for the last few hours and why I was late today. All right, let's watch. So as you can see by the fact that these shoes are pretty incomplete, I've accidentally deleted my progress that I was doing in the shoes for whatever the fuck reason. For whatever the fuck reason, I decided to not, I decided to not save. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up. And then my computer reset it. And then it did not save the shoes that I was working on. But at least you can see the rest of what I was working on, which is the shorts. So, I was not really that satisfied. A ver, dijo el ciego. What the fuck? I was not really that satisfied with the way that the shorts look. Because in my opinion, and I need the... There you go. Because in my opinion, it still looked a little bit boring. Like, simplicity is the name of the game when it comes to character design. Like, you gotta try your damn and hardest to not overload this thing. I'll be looking. I'll try to sleep again. No worries. I genuinely hope that you get better, Inti. I really do. So, one thing that you gotta do in character design is try to be interesting, but not be too interesting to the point that if you are too interesting, then you become boring type of thing. It's a very, very careful balance that you gotta do to avoid overloading your character design, right? So my problem is that I felt like, yes, the silhouette looks good because of the boa, but the rest of the outfit still felt too simple. It feels a bit too pedestrian in a way. Just like wearing clothes for the sake of wearing clothes type of thing. Like, I'm not sure if I can describe it properly, but it's just like when you focus too much on an accessory, that the accessory in itself kind of takes over and cannibalizes the rest of the outfit. It kind of just makes it feel a bit boring, So I was pondering on ways in which I could iterate this, and I found this. I found this type of shorts. Like, there is a type of shorts in which, like, the legs kind of flare out into like a skirt, like ruffles type of thing. I actually forgot to draw the shorts underneath. So there's a type of short that flares out into a skirt-like shape, which I really enjoy. I feel like it gets more of a youthful feeling, which is what I was looking for. And with that into consideration, it gives enough detail for you to be like, ooh, now that's interesting to look at. Rather than just being plain old shorts, just short, I wanted to avoid reaching the point in which it'll just look like shorts, right? So with this on, I am actually very, very happy with it, because like it also kind of gives Harley Quinn a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, just at times a little bit. It gives a bit of Harley Quinn, with how crazy her outfits are, particularly in Birds of Prey. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, so I really like it. It also, when you do the silhouette thing, if you look at it as a silhouette, it just kind of makes it look like she's just a whole ball of spikes on legs, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. I wanted the design to be very top heavy, so I'm very excited about that. Now, if only the shoes had not been deleted, because I was working in a different type of shoe. But you know what? Now that I have you guys here, now it really looks like a gym leader design. Thank you. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy with how things are going with this design. But I have to ask, my darlings, my loves, I have to ask you something. I'm not really convinced about the ankle boots anymore. It's just, for some reason, the ankle boots just kind of look like they're cutting her in half. And here's the thing, not everybody can wear ankle boots, right? Not everybody can wear ankle boots, and the unfortunate reality of being somebody who has a bit of a what's it called? A bit of a thicker leg, Your leg is thick and everything is thicker, right? The unfortunate reality with being a bit of a thicker frame is that ankle boots can sometimes not fit for you. because sometimes ankle boots can literally cut you in half, you know? It is a very specific type of leg, I mean, a very specific type of feet that can wear ankle boots. And so, you know, I'm just not particularly thrilled with the ankle boots anymore. Like, I was thrilled about it because I was like, well, I like ankle boots and I have an obsession with ankle boots recently. But it just doesn't look good, right? Like, if you look at the difference right here, I feel like the ankle boots kind of cut off, you know? I can confirm. I can too. And that's the sad part, is that I actually have thunder thighs. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I have kind of thick legs. Like, you know, my model is kind of biblically accurate. As you can see, my model is kind of biblically accurate. I do have thick thighs. And I don't know that I can slap them. Can you hear this? Can you hear that? No, you probably cannot hear it. Okay, let me see. There you go, you can hear that. Ow! Fuck. Oh, that hurt. Ah! Anyway, so I have thick legs. I have thick legs, and that was me slapping between them. I have very thick legs, which is funny because when I went to the food doctor, you know, when I went to the food doctor, I don't know what you call it, nutritionist? Is it called a nutritionist? I'm gonna call it a food doctor because I feel like people understand that better. When I went to the food doctor, right? I went to the food doctor this week. She told me that I actually had a very decent, like, a lot of muscle. Like, my body mass was comprised of a good amount of muscle, and I was like, muscle, bitch. My arms are noodles. Like, most of my body is unfortunately just fat. What are you talking about? And then I realized, well, no, that bitch. She's talking about them legs. She's talking about these legs. She's talking about this thunder thighs, this delicious, nutritious leg that you just can't get enough of. So, like, quite literally, most of the leg that I have is not fat. It's literally just leg. That's mamadísimo. I would not say that. I would not say that I am muscular. I just think I have thick legs. I think my legs are just too thick. You know, you kind of want these. You want to take a bite out of them. I have those type of legs, and it makes sense because every time that I try to lose weight, my legs never like get slimmer. My legs have never gotten slimmer every time I lost weight. What got slimmer was like my boobs and my arms and my gut, obviously. But my legs were never that. So I was like, wow, I have good leg. So, you know, it's kind of unfortunate that I have a bit of a leg that you just truly cannot get enough of. And yet I love ankle boots. I love ankle boots, and I want more ankle boots, and I kind of wish I could wear them more. But I will not give up. I don't care. You know what? I actually would like to look shorter, personally. Like, is it sacrilege to not want these inches? Is it sacrilege to, like, want to sacrifice some inches for the sake of cuteness? Because, like, I feel like I give short people energy. I feel like this amount of insanity just cannot fit in a tall body, you know? Like, the insanity that I have belongs in a small, short body, but I just don't have that. You know, I just don't have that. Maybe get an extra size so it won't affect you as much, maybe? I mean, I could too. I could. I honestly could. But honestly, I want to be shorter. Like, is it a crime to just want to be 2 apples tall? How tall are we talking here? I am 172 centimeters tall, apparently. At least that's what the food doctor said. I am 172 centimeters, which apparently that's tall. That's very tall here in Mexico. But you know what? Apparently that's not actually that tall. Literally anywhere else. That's kind of average. What do you mean average? What are you talking about? Average? Well, actually, still though, even if I am average, I want to be shorter. I want to be shorter. Like, is there anyone out there with like a short king or short queen complex that would like to, trade inches? I will give you some and you take them away from me? How about that? How about that? I mean, that's average though. It certainly doesn't feel average. I certainly do feel tall. And everybody in my house makes me feel tall. I don't know. How tall are you, Ryokin, that you're calling it average? I am very curious about that. Is it albur? I don't know, girl. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you are talking about. Ah. So, chat, I gotta talk to you. If you hear me complain today a little bit about pain and whatnot, guess what? So, when I tell you I am not built for survival and that my body is not good to go out, I mean that. Because today I went out for a walk. No, not today actually. It was yesterday. Yesterday I went out for a walk and I got bold. You know what? I was like, I need to amp it up. I need to amp it up. I need to try and actually be healthy. And so when I went out, I was like, I'm gonna take a run, I'm gonna run for just like a block and then just continue walking and then just run, like not running, trotting, right? I was gonna trot. What? Was it trotting? I don't know. I wanted to give more of myself to making sure that I am exercising properly, right? And as it turns out, my body said no. Because the moment I actually tried to run and tried to put some backbone into actually losing weight, I ate shit. I tripped, ate shit, and died. I hit the ground so fucking hard, girl. I'm pretty sure China felt it. I'm pretty sure China had an earthquake. If you, in your country, you had an earthquake, I'm sorry. I fell. I fucking fell. I fell and ate shit so fucking hard. I'm pretty sure, that my body is gonna ask me for payback later. Cause like, it recoiled. My whole body fucking recoiled. I could feel it. You guys know how in cartoons, whenever they stop, they kinda stop and they do this like when they stop, they behind. Okay, you guys know when cartoon characters slam into a wall, their ass kinda like goes up from the recoil, and it kinda just like gives this like zero gravity effect. That shit happened to me. I fell down and my ass was up in a in a non-Newtonian way. My ass was up in a non-graceful manner, I would like for my ass to be up in front of man, but not like that. And the worst part is though, the worst and most infuriating part about that whole situation though is that nobody fucking stopped to help me. Everybody said survival of the fittest right there. Because the people who were behind me, they just continued their path. They just moved on. I guess if I do not see it, it does not exist type of thing. And the people who were in front of me did not even look back. There was a woman right beside me, wearing a white skirt and a tank top, A white skirt and a tank top. And I remember her perfectly, because I will not forget the face of the bitch who did this to me. I looked at her dead in the eye, and I yelled so hard of the pain. And she walked away from me. So like, You know, if suddenly you hear in the news that I am in the news and I have murdered somebody, it's because I killed that bitch. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you mean that you hear somebody eat shit so hard they scream and you do not even stop to look at what happened? I'm kind of angry about that. So, I'm just saying that maybe we should have a little bit more sympathy for people who are trying to get fit. Once again, being fit is just not. For League of Reasons, this was a joke. For League of Reasons, I meant Minecraft. For League of Reasons, I mean I'm gonna kill a bitch on Fortnite. Okay. Anyway, so sorry, I don't know why I got distracted. I got distracted by something. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I had an eventful past couple days recently. From actually going out and working out to apparently working out too hard and eating shit. So it's not lovely. Oh, by the way, today I don't know why I said I forgot to tell you guys what we're gonna do today. So I'm not gonna focus on the shoes anymore because the shoes make me irate. You know what? For now, she's just gonna have knobs for feet until I figure out what the fuck to do with the shoes. But today we're gonna be working with color. We're gonna be working with color because I need to work with color. And for that, I gotta ask you, everybody, what do you think is the color of poison? You know, what is the color of poison? What do you think is the color of a poisonous substance? Because, you know, there is a lot of different ways to represent it. Some people go with purple. Some people go with green. In reality, most poisons are transparent. More poisons are secretions. You know, most poisons are secretions, and when they're not secretions, they're kind of whitish in color. So, like, if you had to pick a color, what color would you say is the color of poison? Okay, I'm going to move this, all of this, go with it. And I am missing a body. Where's the body? Where is the body? She is the body. Oh my god, I just had an idea. What's the idea? Tell me. I want to know, because you've had good ideas for this. You have genuinely been so helpful with this. For the skirt, do you have in mind any colors for it? No, not really. I don't really have in mind any colors. You know, what I was thinking of was like a bright pink situation. You know, that might be a bit much. I was thinking either a bright pink. Like, I'm thinking neon colors. Because, you know, that's what I think personally when I think of poisonous stuff. Just like things that are too bright, things that are trying to get your attention. To me, that's what poison means, you know. That's personally what I think of when I think of the word poison. Just something bright that is calling for you to, you know. Those spikes from that protrude from the skirt reminds me a little bit of a lowland moth. So you mean just make them white, per se? Because that could be an idea. I do know, by the way, what the skin tone that I want her to have. Which is more on this side. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Maybe even darker, actually. I need this to be... One thing I will need is to make this gray. Do you know how colorful a lot of mugs are? Yes, I do. They are bright green. Well, they're not really bright green. They're like a mossy green with a bright yellow, blue, and pink. I do know that. Let me make this grayish color so that I can actually see what color I'm actually putting down. What I do know is that for skin tone, I do want a nice, deep, and rich skin tone. Like, kind of a little bit on the purple side-ish. Looking a little bit purple. Could look a bit more purple, actually. No, that's kind of borderline too much. That's borderline too much. So. I do know that some, like, we gotta be careful, though, with color. Because while I do want colorful, the problem with making a colorful character is going overboard. You know? If we go a little bit too overboard, the problem is gonna be then that it's not gonna make any fucking sense, you know? Gotta be careful with color. So you say that you want the shorts to be the color of a Alolan mug? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, borderline. I thought about it, but the skin might get messed up by them. Do keep in mind that we do have already an Arbok inspiration. Not Arbok, sorry, Seviper. We do have inspiration from Seviper with this. Seviper. Particularly for the shorts. The shorts kind of resemble Seviper's head a little bit. Let me just grab it. Let me just grab Seviper in and of itself. But we can put colors on the Pokemons that she's inspired by. But I would rather just... I would rather just, you know, make it too much. And the Overquill Boa too. I just... Am I sweating? Or did I just feel water from me? Is it raining inside? I will fucking cry, dude. I'm gonna fucking cry. That could be the worst thing to happen to me. I mean, let me grab both of the Pokemon that I'm in. Because I did took a bit of inspiration from a bunch of Pokemon for this. Salazzle. I took inspiration from Salazzle. Salazzle. Who else? Overquill. Which I do kind of have like a little bit of a through line per se, which is like this very deep magenta. Was it Mars? Is she trolling this gym leader? She would. She absolutely would, actually. You know, she's not beyond triggering rain with her Politoed just to make sure that the poison gym leader is thoroughly friendly. She's not beyond that. Mari is just that kind of level of petty. Mari is actually very, very petty. So I wouldn't put it past her, honestly. Hold on. Let me just put this here. By the way, can I tell you guys? So, what is what is English for chlamydia? Chlamydia. Cremery? No. That doesn't sound right. Is it cremery? Is it actually cremery? Is it meant to be that direct in translation? Is it cremery? It doesn't sound right, but I guess it is. So I went to the cremery. It sounds like I went to a place in which they sell milk, right? I went to find my father because, well, I went to find milk. Cremeria. I went to find my father, and, you know, I found of other people's fathers in there as well, because, you know, it's where they sell lactate products. They say lactate products like cream, like cream and milk and stuff like that. Cheese also still. So I wonder, right? And so the lady at the store, the lady at this store clocked my tea. She clocked my tea. I got clocked by the girl at the cremeria. You know, because like I just went to buy the world's most expensive ham because being fit is expensive, and I don't know if it was the bow on my head, the glitter that I leave that I leave as I walk around, as I prance through life, the glitter I leave when I fart, right? Or if it was just the general faggotry that I engage with in my day-to-day basis, or maybe it's just just the fact that I just look kinda gay, right? I don't know what it was, but I got clogged. She straight up asked me. She straight up asked me into my face, "Hey, I don't know if I ever asked you this before, but are you gay?" Or like, no, it wasn't like that. No. She didn't ask me if I am gay. She congratulated me for being gay. And you know what? I appreciate an ally. I really do. We love an ally. But Mary, what weird thing to be congratulated by. That just kind of made it kind of awkward. She was like, "Congratulations on coming out. I am so proud of you." And I'm like, "Will? But thank you. Like, I appreciate you, random citizen, as well." Because I felt so exposed. Like, I am not somebody who hides my gayness. My gayness is out and about. It is. I am exposing it to the world, right? It is not. It is not a secret, and if it is, it's the worst kept secret of my life that I am a homosexual, right? There is no room for discussion about my sexuality. But at that moment, I felt what it felt like to be outed, I felt what it felt like to be outed to the general populace. And it felt so awkward. It's not that she was a bad person either. I'd say it's best to assume, but you never know. Alright, she was nice about it. Hey, listen. It's not like she was wrong anyway. Again, I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's just the way that I carry myself in the world. My limb rest, or maybe the fact that when I walk around, my hips kind of sway, or maybe the fact that I have a long ass hair that makes me look like a lady sometimes. I don't know if it's any of that, but still, it just felt kind of weird to be recognized like that. Is this what celebrities feel like? Is this what it feels like to be a celebrity and people recognize you and you're like, "Yes, indeed, I am that gay," Like, or maybe she thought that I played a gay person in a movie, because maybe it's just like accidental homophobia in which she's just like, all gay people look the same to her, and she's like, long hair, limp wrist, likes pink. Yeah, that's a gay person. That's a gay one. That's one of them gays, right? I don't know. She was nice about it, but it still felt so awkward to be like, "Oh, damn, I am found out. Abort the mission. Abort the mission. I've been found out. Somebody found me out." So yeah, the girl from the chlamydia now knows that I am gay. So nothing's gonna change anything anyway. But still, I take that over a bar experience any day. True. At least it wasn't homophobia, At least it wasn't homophobic. It was kind of nice. It was kind of nice to be recognized like a celebrity. So like, now I hope that whenever somebody recognizes me as a character, I really genuinely hope that they just go, "Is that gay VTuber? Is that one of them gays VTuber?" That would be so funny. Not even the fashion VTuber. Not Renan. I just want to be known as the gay one. Is that too much to ask? Like, here was like when you guys write on my tombstone, if and whenever that happens, because considering like the attitude of my body to get sick so often, and the fact that every time that I go outside I get into some type of incident, like when you guys write in my tombstone, do you guys mind just writing on my tombstone pink and gay? Is that okay? Can I ask that can I ask that from you guys? Just pink and gay. That's it. That's just the way that I live my life. I lived my life in pink, and it was full of gayness. And you know, if I die early, I haven't been fucked yet. Just kinda sad. Not for a lack of trying, though. Not for a lack of trying. I actually been trying. No, dude. I also really like, man. No, you know what? It would be so funny. And it's like, here likes Renan. He was kinda gay. Like, you're still not sure about it. Like, despite the fact that I've been dead for a while, and you know, despite the fact that my gayness was in full display for everybody to see and watch and recognize, you're still not kind of sure about it. It's just like, you know, that guy was kind of gay. That guy was kind of gay. I think that would be so fucking funny. Genuinely. Hold on, let me grab Salasso's colors, because this was supposed to be... These part... You know what we're gonna do, actually? Let's do something that's gonna look really ugly at the beginning, and then it's gonna get better. Alright? Let's do a bit of experimentation, right? So, what we're gonna do for this... That dogs me enough. I know he might be gay, but I just can't prove it. Oh, that would be so funny if after all these years you can't prove it still. Okay, let's do something ugly, and then it's gonna get better. You know? It's ugly, and then it's gonna get better. So, we're just gonna color according to all the inspirations that I got for each Pokemon. And then, we're just gonna unify the color palette and see where we go from there. You know? See where we go from there. So first of all, let's color the parts that are meant to be the Lasso's parts. Again, she doesn't have a tattoo. This is a fake tattoo. Just to reiterate it once again, this is a fake tattoo. It's not a real tattoo. It's fake. It's fake, just like your bangs. It's fake, just like your confidence. It's fake. Just like I wish my anxiety was fake. It's fake, just like all of my boyfriends that I've had. Okay, let me grab this. Alright, this also was supposed to be Salasso's part. But what have you guys been up to? Now that you guys know what I've been up to recently, and the kind of general unfortunate happenstance that has happened to me as of late, what have you guys been up to? I haven't seen you guys in a while, and I've been genuinely kind of sad about it. Overquell. Let's grab this from Overquell. I mean, it's kind of the same pink, isn't it? Well, this pink is more of a purple pink. Oh, it's kind of similar, actually. And I kind of vibe better with this. I kind of fuck better with this pink. I kind of fuck better with this pink, actually. I ain't gonna lie. Been busy lately, but I also been looking forward for Pokemon Champions. Are you actually playing it? Okay, genuinely, do you guys think that Pokemon Champions actually looks good? As in, like, as a deal to play? Because to me, it just kind of sounds like a scam. It kind of sounds like a gacha game, but without the gacha bullshit. It kind of sounds like the same predatory tactics that a gacha game makes you do, but just like kind of worse. you know? These colors just don't look good. You know what? We're gonna skip Viper because I just don't think Viper's colors look good at all. Okay, you know what? We gotta try, actually. We gotta try. I'm just gonna try it. I haven't played a Pokemon game in like 10 years already. Really? Has it genuinely been that long? What's the last time that you played a game, if you don't mind me asking? Because that sounds like a bit too long. That sounds like... Well, to be fair, I've also not really played a Pokemon, like... It's been a while since I haven't had to pirate a Pokemon game, per se. Let's just put it that way. It's been a while since I haven't had to, you know, sneak my way into a Pokemon game. The last Pokemon game that I've actually played legally in my life was Black and White 2. I guess up also Viper. Up on the bottom. This doesn't look. Oh, wait. It actually kind of looks like jeans. That actually kind of looks like. That actually doesn't look that bad. Huh. Actually, not too bad. Not too bad, actually. I haven't singled that and given it. Ultrasun was my last game. After the exit, I shunned the Switch era. I haven't given a single dime to Game Freak ever since. Honestly, that's kind of fair though. That is genuinely fair, because it's not like Game Freak has been doing much to like disturb the elevation of people. You know, I feel like the DS era was the last era in which Game Freak actually tried. You know, I feel genuinely from the bottom of my heart, Black and White, and particularly Black and White 2, was the last time that Game Freak actually put some effort into a Pokemon game. And when I say this, I don't mean to like demerit the rest of the Pokemon games, because they genuinely put some work into updating the engine, right? But actually making through on making a game be better, they haven't in a while. Well, this looks awful, but you know what? We said we were gonna try it. Truly, it was the beginning of the end. I mean, I think X and Y, with how badly balanced it was when it came to like the game experience and why nobody actually enjoyed playing it, I think X and Y was probably the worst out of all of them. X and Y was genuinely the worst that it has ever been for Pokemon, personally. Because, like, I understand that Pokemon is a children's game, right? I understand that. And even then, I still struggle to play Pokemon properly every once in a while. But, like, I've always felt like X and Y was, like, too easy. Oddly enough, if I were to get a Switch, I would play Let's Go just with how beautiful redesigned Kanto looks in that game. That is true. I do like the redesigns that they did for Kanto in for the Cantonian characters in, you know, what's it called, in Pokemon Let's Go, because it felt like, you know, Game Freak only actually tries when it comes to Kanto. That's the sad part about it. Game Freak only actually tries when it comes to Kanto, because otherwise they don't really do anything, you know. I guess you wanted these. I mean, this could be wide. I just don't think they're gonna look that good, but you know, we can try. Okay, we're still missing Overquill though. We're missing Overquill. I guess we can make the balls purple. Like this same purple that we have here. Oh. They haven't made any game that looks that good until maybe Winds and Waves, we'll see. I mean, here's the thing. I actually think that Scarlet and Violet actually look pretty good. And so do Pokemon Legends CA. They look good. The problem is how they play. Because, like, you know, as much as Scarlet and Violet look really pretty with its semi-realistic engine, I guess, it's just... the gameplay in itself just looks... It just looks awful, you know? And that's I think that's a big problem that Pokemon has that they just haven't bothered to fix. It's just the fact that, you know, the games may look pretty, but the experience of playing it is not actually that good. I'm just saying. How about this? I can straight up think it doesn't feel right, but well, we gotta try. Actually, that doesn't look half bad. You see, the issue with this game is that they were built for the Switch 2, but they had to downgrade the graphics for the Switch 2. The Switch 1, sorry. That is true. I mean, not really, because with CA, what they did is that they didn't really sacrifice the with CA, they didn't sacrifice the game in itself. They didn't sacrifice the quality of the game. What they sacrificed for CA, they sacrificed the length of it. Pokemon Legends CA's length is shorter, and, you know, the environment of the game is also not really that big because of the same reason that it had to be in a Switch 1 game. But Winds and Waves doesn't have to be like that, so... I mean, this is an idea. It is certainly an idea. I don't think it looks good, but it's certainly an idea. Particularly because I think the white is just genuinely cannibalizing the whole thing. Okay, let's try and unify some of these colors. So, I don't think that this color is doing anything for us. This one. And the white is just taking too much away. How about we just make it the same color as at least this first? Ooh. Okay, now that actually looks kind of pretty. I mean graphical, by the way. No, you're totally right. I'm not saying you're not. You're totally right. But like, I don't know. I just haven't felt like any Pokemon game so far has been actually made with love. It's mostly just felt like they're just, you know, we gotta put a Pokemon game out every once in a while. You know? At least Legend CA's writing was really good. That's something Legend CS really has going for it. The writing of the game is awesome. And also, have you guys seen that Mega Meganium gets to cast solar moves in one turn? If it wasn't for the fact that Mega Meganium is like quadruple weak to poison, I feel like that would be probably one of the most broken abilities, you know? It would be one of the most broken abilities in the game, just to be able to cast solar moves. Because solar moves, the only way to cast solar moves normally in one turn is under sunlight. But the thing is that sunlight can only happen if you either do sunny day or have the ability drought, you know? But the thing is that neither of those can, like, you know, be called broken, because it either has to take a move slot, you know? It either has to take a move slot, or you have to have a Pokemon that's not really that good to set up the sun, right? But with Mega Meganium being like that, you don't really need to anymore. You don't really need that. Which I think it's kind of fucked up, personally. It's kind of fucked up. I genuinely wonder how much broken it's gonna be. Also, Harsh Sunlight is bad for a grass type because it powers the fire move, which they are weak to. Meganium doesn't have to worry about that. True. That is true. And also, well, Mega Meganium doesn't really have to worry about fire types anyway, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, Fairy resists fire. I think. Hold on, let me check actually. Don't quote me on that. Fairy. Never mind, it doesn't resist fire. It resists fighting, which I find kind of weird. I feel like it would make a lot more sense personally if it were to resist fire over fighting. But either or. Now the thing is, in what sense would you even bring up the like? Because you know we do have the problem of it being quadruple weak to poison, so that's kind of bad. But like, I think I've been hearing that that Mega Meganium would be kind of broken in rain, you know, because Synthesis can heal a lot more if it's in rain. I'm not really sure. I'm not really vibing with these colors. How about if we make it the same color as the last zone? That is not the... Is that really that gray? That looks a lot darker. Oh, there you are. Well, that then just kind of looks boring if we make it just gray. How if we make the boa just straight up pink? Like, no color gradients, just pink. How about that? I feel like that's a lot of pink now. And pink is not necessarily like representative of poison types. You know what? Let's leave this as a colorway, as a potential colorway. Let me just move this here. Have you tried Brookshire's color? Is Brookshire's Brooksfish a poison type? I haven't yet. I could try. Also, by the way, how you doing, Fine Top? What the fuck? Are you a Fine Top? Is that a self-inflicted? Sorry, I'm calling you Fine Top because that's the name. That's the name that apparently you have on YouTube, like your handle. But like, I have to ask. Is that peer-reviewed? Has that been peer-reviewed? Is that a self-inflicted title, or is there a story to that one? Because I would like to know. Let me see Brooks Fish though. Brooks. Ooh. Oh, Brooks Fish is so pretty. Oh my god. Honestly, this Pokemon would kind of fit her. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, this Pokemon would go so well in her party. Like, genuinely, don't you think these two are kind of made for each other? Doesn't it feel like it? Honestly, just for fun. Oh, but I do need a little mug, actually, so... A little mug. Let me just grab a look. Quick. Well, just mug. I think it just popped up as mug. They are. Oh, Jesus, this green is a lot stronger than I thought it would be. English is not my first language, so I just thought of it when I was a kid. Well, shit. I am so sorry to make fun of your childlike innocence. I am very sorry about that. I did not mean to. I am so sorry. If Mar can get a Dale-Mice, she can get a Buxus. Here's the thing, Mar did not get a Dale-Mice. Mar did not get a Dale-Mice. She did not get a Dale-Mice at all. I don't know if you're misremembering that, but she never did got a Dale-Mice. I mean... Okay, let me just try something. Let me try something. You said that you wanted to see these colors right here. I mean, we can try. So we can have these as this one as blue. We can have this one be blue. We can have this one be yellow. And just alternate like that. Actually, would it be like that? I don't know. I think it would be like that, so it would be these. And then this one can be pink. This pink specifically, apparently. But how you been doing? Have you been doing, Fine Top? Do you like to be called Fine Top, or do you have a preferred name other than Fine Top? Because honestly, I think you might have a different preferred name. If you don't, that's okay. If you don't, that's okay. I'm just kind of wondering. I'm kind of pondering. That's all. I'm just kind of pondering about your name because your name is kind of wild a little bit. You know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is? This actually doesn't look half bad. That actually doesn't look half bad. Holy shit. Okay. That doesn't look half bad, but it doesn't go with the rest of the colors, though. It does give it a little bit clown, though, and I want to avoid clown territory if possible. How about if we take this blue and we make it the blue of the whole? I wouldn't make this blue. Would that look good? Or it doesn't look as good. Do we want the green? Is the green the move? That doesn't read poison though. Now that's a problem. That doesn't read poison to me. Maybe Tiana, because it's similar to my name. Okay, we can go with Tiana. That's actually kind of cute. I love that name. Actually, the green doesn't look half bad. How about this? How about we revert it? The gray look better. I think so too, but like... How about we have a Barbie moment? We can have a Barbie moment. Why don't we make this pink instead? I can make this pink. And honestly, that actually kind of looks fire. That actually kind of looks really good. You can make this pink and make these other parts a different color. How about we grab this green? We can make this color. Actually, I'm not too mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But that, again, that doesn't read poison to me. This reads slightly... To me, this reads more like flower. It reads more like a flower to me, rather than poison. How about we make the pink a purple? It's more of a purple tone. I mean, this colorway doesn't look bad at all. But the thing is, you know, one of the things that I want to avoid the most is making like character looks... Roserade is a poison type. Well, that's true. That is true. One of the things I want to avoid though is making the character look like a Gijenka. If I can avoid it, I will avoid it. So I would like to not make it just the straight up colors of the Pokemon. Okay, let's do something. Let me just grab this color wave, and just grab it and move it to the side. Grab it and move it to the side. Just to keep it as an option, you know? We're keeping it as an option. Let's go back to that idea, though. Let's go back to... Well, first of all, I'm gonna make this back to its normal color that it had before. Let's go back to the idea of the multicolored skirt-like thing. So, how about we just do a neon green? A neon green could be cool. Like maybe this color green? No, that doesn't really read that toxic. Neon green could be cool. Well, maybe not that green. Maybe not that green. No, this is not the color that I'm thinking of. First of all, I need to turn off all the other colors and just look at it like that. I like the idea of a neon green, but like, maybe not. Maybe a neon purple would be better. A color scheme could be useful to you. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to avoid making it look like... What about a color palette based on a poisonous flower? Foxglove has very pretty colors. Ooh, let me go look that up. Let me go grab it real quick. Foxglove. Ooh, okay. This is more lavender though, but like, could work. I mean, that's kind of the designated color that I had for her already, but like, kind of like neon purple. Could look good. More like a fuchsia color. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, bitch. Oh, that actually looks really good. Holy fuck. Do we want to keep it as the main color though? I don't think we need to keep it as the main color. Maybe it should be an accent color. Okay, let's return to gray for a moment. How about we make this? Let's make the boa. Let's consider the colors of the boa first. I think when the shoe drops with the boa. Oh. 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 That looks cute. Max love. Ooh. Oh, I would say though, this pattern inside of the flower is kind of giving me the egg a little bit. I feel it. I feel it in my skin. You know, I feel something crawling. It does kind of remind me of cheetah print though. Oh, is it a cheetah print moment? Chad, are we looking at a cheetah print moment right here? Is that what we're looking at right now? Are we looking at a cheetah print moment? Because we might be looking at it. But where the fuck would I even put it though, is the question. Would it be tacky? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on a moment. Let me just grab this color again. I made it a little brighter earlier. Like. Trypophobia? See, I know. It's a little bit of trypophobia. It's a little bit trypophobic. But like. I mean, cheetah print patterns are kind of random. Are they random actually? Let me look at a cheetah print real quick. I mean, it does. It's not random, but it also doesn't make that much sense either. Oh Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna make that, but you know what? We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna pretend that this is a cheetah print, okay? We're gonna pretend, alright? We're gonna pretend that this is a cheetah print. And then we outline with the white. That's not white. This is white. Well, it wouldn't really be an outline. It would be like the middle part of it. I really don't know how cheetah print works, actually. Wait, let me do it in reverse. From what I'm seeing, what happens is that there's some spots, then they are surrounded. Yes. It kind of looks a bit infectious. It kind of looks a little bit medical. It looks like it looks like she needs to go to a doctor for this, which I guess would kind of be the point. If it's like, you know, if it's poison, I guess it would kind of be the point that you might need to go to the doctor for this, you know? Hold on, we're working on it. We're working on it. I'm working on it, chat. Don't rush me. And then some of these are just black spots sometimes. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna grab this, copy it, and just paste it over and over until I get like a similar pattern to cheetah print. Shit. I just realized I can't do that. I realize I can't do that. I am fucked. Okay, actually, can I? Yeah, I might be able to do something about this. Hold on. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Hold the phone and stay on the line, bitch. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm cooking. Okay, now I can actually move them. And now it might actually look like a pattern a little bit. Oh, it kind of looks like a mess, but it's kind of like a beautiful mess, you know? Me when I lie. Me when I actually don't know what I'm doing and I am kind of just making it up as I go. I think we kind of lost the plot with this one, unfortunately. I think we kind of lost the plot with this one. I actually don't like it very much. Like, it was a good idea, I guess, but like, maybe I'm not that good at drawing cheetah print, which is the unfortunate part. Maybe if I can just... Let me just do something real quick. You know what? Some people may call it cheating. I call it not knowing how to draw cheetah print, so you have to grab it off the internet. Hold on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this and just paste it over. Lordy. This is gonna look better than if I do it. I'm just saying. Ta-da! Ta-da! Work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder, as they say. Oh, lordy. And then I just need to make this color. This. And then the pink needs to be... I guess I could do this instead. Make this white. Actually, it doesn't look half bad like this. Oh fuck. It actually doesn't look half bad. Holy shit. Imagine when you actually get cheetah print instead of just like Cheeto. I don't know actually. Never mind. I'm kinda flip-flopping. Maybe just the colors are not good for cheetah print. That might be the problem. That might just be a little bit of the problem. Thanks a little bit. Give me a second, chat. Just see if I can actually fix this. Make it look halfway decent. Let's see. What if we make this? It doesn't look any better. Lord, that looks awful. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look good? Is the cheetah print thought right, or are we heading the wrong way? I think we might be headed the wrong way. I don't think it looks as cunt as I would like it to be. I think it actually looks kind of bad. Fuck. Man, I thought it was gonna look so cool, but no, it looks kind of garbage. Fuck. Oh, ow. Man. Yeah, no, the cheetah print is not the way to go. It just looks weird. I don't know how to make cheetah print work. That's my one thing that I always fail at when it comes to being like a fashion designer, I guess. I just always fail at making animal prints work. I always fail like that. I'm not good at them. Those spots kind of remind me of that one poisonous mushroom. What mushroom are you talking about? You don't mind me asking? Maybe this pink just has to be an accent color. I mean, the one failure that a lot of people have sometimes is they always think that every color has to be, every section has to be a different color, and not every section has to be a different color. That's from scratch, actually. I think I'm just focusing way too much on what's already there. Even Among Us is based on it. Do you guys mean the red top? The red top mushroom that is very similar to the Mario mushroom. Yeah, the red cap mushroom. Yeah. There is one that's edible and one that is edible and one that is actually poisonous. So it makes a lot of sense why you're thinking it that way. Okay, let me grab another color. How about green? I still don't want to give up on the green. I feel like green can be good. Like, what if this green, but like more neon? That. That is not the right color. In fact, that was not a color of that. That was the eraser. I mean, I do like the green. I feel like the green looks good. Let's just keep going with it. Let's see where the green takes us. I have a good feeling about this green. I like this green. Let's see where it takes us. Let's see where it takes us. Maybe it could be more of a blue-green, though. Yeah, let's make it a bit more of a blue-green. Just to, you know, make it go with the color palette a little bit more. And this could be a tad more purple. Like less pink, a bit more purple. What am I changing? Oh shit. Yeah, let's go. Ooh, actually? Ooh, we might be getting somewhere. Wait, everybody shut up. We might be getting somewhere. We might be getting somewhere. I really like this color palette so far. Holy shit. It kind of reminds me of Toxicity a little bit. You guys remember that Pokemon, Toxicity? Kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Oh. Oh. The Disney villain color palette. I mean, to be fair. To be fair. I think she probably likes Disney's villains, so that makes a lot of sense. But you know what? Disney uses it because maybe it's a good color palette. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Disney is right. Maybe Disney's right. Maybe Disney's right. Maybe they are right on something. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe. Oh, that actually looks really good. Fuck. I need to check on something, though. I need to check on something. I need to grab all of this. All of this, all of this. This and folder. Folder and then gray. Oh, it even has a better color a better color difference too. Oh. See, by the way, Chad, if you're ever designing a character, if you guys are ever designing a character, working on a character, right? Make sure to do this. Make sure to do the grayscale test. Because the grayscale test will tell you all you need to know about value. You know? It will really help you out. Making sure that your color palette stands out. It doesn't look like too muddy. You know? Because that's a problem. If your color palette looks too muddy, you need to start over. You need to start over. Now, I am of two schools of thought here. Two schools of thought. Maybe. Also, make sure to save your progress. Thank you. I completely forgot about that. Thank you. I forgot about that. It will not happen to me again. It will not. Also, you know what? This green kind of reminds me of Alolan Marowak a little bit. Do you guys think so? Doesn't it kind of read a bit of Alolan Marowak? I guess this green kind of does look more spectral. Dude. What? What did I do now? Is it bad that I think of a little Marowak? I mean, it is kind of fucked up a little bit, I guess. I'm sorry. Let me grab that. This is the cheetah print, man. I'm just bad at it. Just a bit, but the shade is a bit off. Really? Is it off? Okay, well, what else do I need to paint green? Green. I was thinking, what if we turn all of this green? Would that look too bad? Would that look weird? Would that grab a bit too much attention from her? Ooh, it doesn't look bad. I would say it doesn't look bad, but it is kind of grabbing. It is kind of making me go to like her crotch area now. And that's a problem. And that is a bit of a problem indeed. Because now it just kind of looks like she's wearing a swimsuit, you know? Or a bit of a, I guess a bit of a diaper situation going. Which is not flattering. You don't want to look like you're wearing a diaper. Not bad. I mean, you forgot to save after the boots incident earlier. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. That was horrible. How dare you? You're playing with my feelings right now. Oh lordy, man. Won't the gold look too out of place with two gold? It's a little cray-cray, not gonna lie. This color palette's a little cray-cray. Not really gold, but more like an orange gold, maybe. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but also, it doesn't really convince me. Like, I like it, but I feel like something needs to change, and I don't know what it is. All right, I forgot to color this thing. I forgot to color this. Oopsie. I mean, I like it. I definitely do like it, but like, it just doesn't, you know, it just convinces me. It also looks a little bit too Halloween-y, not gonna lie. Now that I look at it, it kind of does look a bit Halloween, you know? It's kind of giving witchy, which is not a bad idea, but that kind of reads more ghost type rather than, you know, poison type, so. Ugh. Oh, I guess we're gonna put in as an option, I guess. And then we go back to the grabbing board. You know what? I want to grab this. Maybe make it a little darker. And put it in this. I feel like the purple is a must-have though. For some reason, I cannot let go of this purple. I just can't let go of this purple just yet. Hold on, something happened. What happened? What did I do wrong? Oh yeah, there you go. How do we do the pink? Maybe we can do the pink instead of the purple. Ooh, okay, that kinda unlocks it in a different way. That kinda does read a lot more now. With the purple, with the pink. A little bit. Maybe this pink needs to be a bit more a bit less warm. More like this to be able to read more poison, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try something different this time. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Let me use. Yeah? And then we go back. Okay, there we go. So, I know that you said to do Alolan Mox colors here. So how about this? Let me just fully turn this into like an Alolan Mocky Jenka, and then we'll go from there. Okay, this is gonna be the green. This will be green. This will be green. That would be green. And then this. I know, I'm kind of feeling the yellow outside a little bit more. I feel like it would be like this. Grab the blue and grab the... I think the pink needs to be the same pink that I've been using so far, otherwise it's just gonna look kinda weird. And the blue. I mean, it definitely doesn't look bad. I can say that. It doesn't look bad. It also doesn't read poison. But... man, I don't know, man. Something's... I definitely do like this blue. How about I reverse? How about I make this the blue? And then the other party... Oh, but that's just going back to this issue that I had before. Ah. What am I doing wrong, Chad? What am I doing wrong? Like, none of this feels right, you know? None of this feels right. Maybe the bodysuit is destined to be a darker color. Maybe it should be a darker color. But not this, not a gray color. A bit darker, maybe more on the purple side. That looks better, but I feel like now that might be a bit too close to her skin tone. Okay. And... Yeah, it definitely is a little bit too close to her skin tone. Jesus. Okay. I need to make this lighter. Yeah. Either it needs to be fully darker, which I don't think it's gonna work. It needs to be fully lighter. But I feel like now that's gonna look like a bright blue. Yeah, no. I mean, I couldn't make it just more saturated, maybe. On the purple side, though. I don't know, Chad. I think I may be getting too frustrated. I think I may be getting too frustrated. I don't know what to do here. I mean, how about I just grab that purple color? This purple color. And just make it... I'm not sure what I would. Symmetry tool, because the symmetry tool might be helpful here. No, that's not. It says here. Is it this one? It says this one. Okay. And then I'll just grab this, make it all the same color. Make it all the same color. Honestly, this might be the move. I ain't gonna lie, this might be the move. Just making the boa and the ruffles on the shorts. It might be the move to just make them the same color. Because like I feel like it reads better. It just kind of feels more right, you know what I mean? Are we fully inversing the color palette? When might be? Yeah, that even reads a bit more poison too. Is there any way to make this darker to just use it? Nope. It just kind of looks bad. Is black gonna be the way to go? Are we going for a black color instead? I just need this to be darker. That is just way too light. But if I make it darker, it's gonna clash with the skin tone. Well, now that it's a bit too monochrome. I don't know, Chad, what do you think? Guys, what do you guys think? Does it look good, or am I just kind of going crazy? Because I feel like I'm going crazy. Maybe I can just take this color right here. This dark blue. Maybe just fully take over Quill's colors and call it a day. That might be the way to go. No, but that is just... Ugh. I don't know. I'm genuinely having a hard time. I think it might be something that I just need to rest and think about. Because none of these truly read poison, you know? Yeah, I think I might just need to take a rest on it because none of these read poison and I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting really frustrated with this. I don't know. I don't know where I wanted to go, but I was definitely not expecting this, and now I'm feeling a little bit very frustrated with this, so I just need to sit on it, think on it, and see how I feel better. Because none of this is really calling me, you know? None of this is really calling me. It's making me feel insane! Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave it there for today. I'm sorry that today was a bit of a, shorter stream. But I've been going through it, girl. I've been going a little bit through it, I ain't gonna lie. So, I hope you guys can understand, and I'm very sorry if the streams have recently not been up to par, I guess. Up to par with how my streams I would like them to be at. But hopefully, we'll get to have a lot more fun. I really hope so. I really hope to, because as I settle into my new lifestyle, to make sure that my streams are getting the attention that they need, that you guys are getting the attention that you need to go back to making content the same way I used to, you know? So yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a lovely day, lovely night. Thank you so much for coming with me today, for getting to hang out with me. I really do appreciate it. And remember, the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique always appreciates you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. Love ya. Bye, y'all.